Have you ever felt safe, but somehow stuck at the same time? You have income. You have stability. You know what's coming in every month. And on the surface, that should feel like peace. But deep down, there's a quiet tension. Because something isn't growing. Something isn't expanding. And you can't quite explain it. Welcome to Real Deep Understanding. Take a breath. Slow down. This is not about money alone. This is about mindset. Because one of the most misunderstood ideas is this: security can become a trap. Not always, but often, quietly, over time. A salary feels safe, predictable, reliable, consistent. You work, you get paid. It makes life easier to plan. It reduces uncertainty, and there is nothing wrong with that. But here's where it becomes dangerous. When safety turns into comfort, and comfort turns into limitation, because comfort removes urgency. It removes pressure to grow. It removes the need to think differently. And slowly, you stop stretching. You stop building. You stop asking, what else is possible? Because your needs are covered. So your thinking becomes smaller, not intentionally, gradually. And this is how many people get stuck. Not because they lack ability, but because they are too comfortable to change. Now pause for a moment. Ask yourself honestly, if your income disappeared today, what would you do? Would you adapt quickly? Would you create something? Would you find new ways to earn? Or would you feel lost? That answer reveals something important, because reliance is different from control. A salary gives you income, but it doesn't always give you control, because your income depends on something outside of you, an employer, a system, a structure you don't fully own. And that's where the limitation begins, not immediately, but over time. Because when your mindset becomes tied to guaranteed income, you start avoiding risk, you avoid uncertainty, you avoid discomfort. But growth lives in those spaces. Growth requires risk. It requires stepping into the unknown. It requires building something that doesn't pay immediately, and that feels uncomfortable. So most people don't do it. They stay where it's safe, and safety becomes a ceiling. Now, this doesn't mean having a salary is wrong. It means depending on it completely can limit you. Because there are two ways to think about money: security and freedom. Security says, I want to protect what I have. Freedom says, I want to expand what's possible. Security focuses on stability. Freedom focuses on growth. Security avoids risk. Freedom understands risk and manages it. Both matter. But when security becomes your only focus, you stop moving forward. And this is where many people stay. They work for years. They earn steadily. They maintain their lifestyle, but they never build anything beyond it. No assets, no additional income streams, no long-term leverage. So their life becomes dependent on continued work. And that is not freedom. That is maintenance. Because true freedom comes from ownership. Ownership of your skills. Ownership of your income sources. Ownership of your direction. And that takes time to build. It doesn't happen overnight. It starts small, learning new skills, creating something on the side, investing consistently, thinking long-term, not replacing your salary immediately, but reducing your dependence on it, step by step. And here's the deeper truth. The goal is not to reject security. The goal is to outgrow dependence. Because when you have both stability and growth, you become powerful. You are no longer trapped. You are choosing, and that changes everything. You work differently. You think differently. You take calculated risks. You build intentionally, because now you're not just earning, you're creating. So take a moment and reflect. Are you building security, or are you building freedom? Are you growing or just maintaining? Because there's nothing wrong with a salary. But there is something dangerous about staying comfortable for too long, because comfort can quietly become your limit. If this message made you think, like the video, subscribe to Real Deep Understanding, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because most people never question this. They just stay where it's safe until they realize they've built a life they can't grow beyond. And remember, security feels safe, but freedom is what allows you to live fully.